completely be terrified of just anything God would say, because it was like, oh my God, God is so powerful. It's like anything that he can say is just going to completely break me down, and I don't want this to happen. By the first night, God was already moving. If you could tell, like, the girls were kind of upset. The girls in my room were like, oh, we have an adult in our room. What's going to happen? We're not going to be able to do anything. But it was a blessing to have Maïs in our room. Like, that first night, she prayed with us, and she helped to break down most of our walls. Because the one thing from the first night is that when they asked us to pray, none of the girls prayed. It was mostly just the guys. So then when we got there that night, she was praying with us, and she asked us all to pray, and I could see that the girls in my room, their walls were breaking down. And it was a great feeling, but that was still scary to me. The next day, I woke up early. I did my personal worship because that was what I was supposed to do, and then I just went back to my room. But another thing hit me was just how beautiful it was. And it occurred to me that God made everything so beautiful, but when I looked out, it was just, this is gorgeous. So when the night came down, they were talking about breaking bonds and coming clean and being honest and all these things that it's just, this is my business, this is mine, whatever's going on in my head is mine, I shouldn't say it, it's just, this should be something between me, myself, and I. God already knows. Why do I have to say it out loud? Why does someone else have to know? And that also scared me. I get scared easily. I wanted to close back my doors because I had already begun opening them, but by this time I was just like, this is too much. I began closing my doors again, and I just didn't want to say anything out loud, because if I said anything out loud, anything that I was feeling out loud, it would feel like it was too real. But once again, God began working in me. That morning, a lot of the girls and I, we woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. We went to go watch the sunrise, and that too was such a blessing. Like, it was such a bonding time with the girls, where I began to realize that you can trust these people. God was breaking down my walls. He was like, these are the people that I want you to be with. This is the moment that I want you to see. I want you to see how great I am. And when we saw the sunrise, it was beautiful. Like, we were all astounded, and we were all just like, geez, if I was God, it would not be this pretty. So during the morning meeting, this was the last meeting we had, this is when it was time to come clean. It was time to get things off our chest. There was no judging to be done. God was just there to be the person was just there to be a witness, and it was just, God was there. God was there. We were both to realize that in order for us to feel like we were forgiven by God, we had to forgive ourselves. So during that morning meeting, I met with my person, and we both let go of just things, and it turned out that we had a lot of similar feelings, so that it helped a lot, because it made us realize that we weren't alone. And I wrote down this. I like this metaphor. In the morning meeting, while speaking with my person, we opened up our hearts, and our hearts became raw as we took off all the dirtiness that was hindering us from loving God that was truly awesome. And we had, earlier in the module, we had written down basically what was going inside of our heads. That morning, after talking to our person, we ripped up the papers, we stomped on them, we set them on fire, we put it in the little river thing, and it's just, we completely got rid of that pain that was hindering us from loving a God. So basically, it was that feeling of release that God just began to stir in me. A few days later, on Tuesday, I was with my mom. It was basically it was a situation that I didn't. It was something that I was avoiding because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna talk to her. I don't need to talk to her. But she helped me realize that the feelings that I had, the feelings of hurt, of pain, of any type of rejection, any time that I was striving to be someone that I wasn't, just to get the love that I felt that I deserved because of the person that I was trying to be, it wasn't necessary. That it wasn't my loss, that I already had a God that loved me enough to send the Son. Why do I have to strive to be something that I'm not? And that's what God did my weekend at Model 2.